Hello and welcome to Global Relay Podcast, Surveillance Success Series, Episode 2, Policy Optimization. During the first episode in this series, we looked at designing efficient policies that provide reviewers with a manageable set of relevant content. However, even the best policy designs will inevitably flag unwanted messages for review. There is always noise. This noise can take many different forms, such as news articles, marketing communications, spam messages, overly broad lexicon use, or even verbiage found in email disclaimers. When mistakenly identified as a policy match, this noise produces false positives during the compliance review. Not only are the false positives a nuisance for reviewers, they can seriously impact system and workflow performance. It's possible that only a few factors can be the cause of hundreds if not thousands of false positives discovered during the review process. The key to effective policy optimization is to identify which policies or keywords can be most easily adjusted, while producing the greatest improvements in the amount of false positives. In other words, which changes will produce the biggest bang for your buck. Let's start by looking at some of the context of false positives, specifically the senders. It's quite common for a very large number of policy hits to come from just a few senders. To find those senders, you must be able to view the events in a way that will identify those repeat offenders. The Global Relay Archive results screen allows a reviewer to sort the results by sender. This is a very simple technique, but it will make it very easy to spot senders with numerous hits. Sometimes these results will be obvious, a Wall Street Journal news alert or a Seeking Alpha update. Other times the source may be an internal source, like an HR mailbox. This same simple approach can also be used to find messages with similar subjects. In either case, once the candidates are identified, some additional ad hoc searching can be done to gauge the impact that excluding these false positives will have on the policy. Contextual refinements are fairly simple to address when compared to keyword refinements. It takes a sophisticated tool to help identify where the troublesome content is and how to address it. Global Relay provides a number of helpful tools that simplifies this process. Built-in reporting allows reviewers to analyze lexicon effectiveness by message type and compliance policy. The right report will provide visibility into the effectiveness of each keyword that is part of the policy. This allows us to see the rate our keywords trigger, so we can tell exactly which keywords are creating the most hits. It's often the case that one or two keywords are causing a significant number of triggers. These are the terms on which to focus your attention. As with contextual refinement, ad hoc searching provides a clearer picture of exactly how these words are being used. It may be the case that your term is triggering on a common figure of speech or catching an email disclaimer. Now we must identify the best approach to avoid the unwanted matches. By altering the original keyword entry, we may be able to change the context of our match. We might add an additional word to form a phrase, or use proximity to make it more focused. You might also use not to exclude that specific term. A slightly different approach is to use a method to exclude the unwanted term when it appears in the wrong context. It's common for significant keywords like guarantee, for example, to appear in signatures or disclaimers. Global Relay Archive offers a criteria called phrases to exclude to help in these cases. Using this method, you can still use a word like guarantee while ignoring it whenever it appears in a common disclaimer, such as past performance is not a guarantee of future results. As anyone with compliance supervision experience can tell you, policy work is never 100% complete. The environment is always changing, the risks are changing, and the language itself is changing. By using the right tools, you can stay on top of the problem and maintain the effectiveness of your policies. And of course, keep your reviewers happy. Thanks for watching, and look for the next podcast in our Surveillance Success Series coming soon.